So we are live. Moya Goya, okay? That's the name of the song. It's Cinco de Mayo, right, fam?
No, it's not.
It's Cinco de Mayo. This is Ish Talk TV.
Wednesday.
This is Ish Talk TV.
Wednesday.
Cinco de Mayo edition. It's your boy B Moore, aka Princess Amunda. Okay, how the camera? We good over there, fam? Okay.
I'm good.
All right, and can we introduce?
Bring us in though. You gotta bring us in right.
Let's introduce our people. I hope you got some kush in the crib, some cat in the bed. Hold on, let's get the mic off. I hope you got some kush at the crib, some cat in the bed, and some cash in your pocket. What more can be said? It's the illest show in the DMV. It's the Lord Show. I'm your host, aka B Moore, aka Princess of Moon. And we got our beige friend in the house, AJ Buff Curry.
AKA Buff Curry.
And we have my Ethiopian cousin in the house,
It's your boy
Champagne Ron.
Champagne Ron. Follow me on Instagram at 301 King Ron.
Yes, indeed. And AJ, can you introduce our special guest here tonight?
Absolutely. First off, we have the lovely YouTuber Christina in the house. Let's give her a round of applause. Then we have the lovely Julie, Safe Sex and Pleasure on the IG, y'all. You're gonna want to follow that, fellas.
All right. So, can you tell them what we're talking about tonight?
Oh, we got a lot of things. First of all, we're gonna talk about the gatekeepers, and then we got one of my favorite controversial things: can Latinos be racist? That'll be something real good to talk about. So yeah, that's one of the two big heavyweight contended topics we got tonight.
All right. So, can you tell us about your podcast?
We starting with me?
Yeah, well, your YouTube.
Okay, yes.
sure.
So I am a YouTuber. I don't really call myself a podcaster, but whatever. So I started my YouTube channel. This is my third year actually. August will be 3 years. Thank you. So I started my channel as a makeup channel, but it took a completely different route, and I now do a lot of videos dedicated to Dominican culture as well as Latin American culture in general. I sometimes talk about different social issues. I sometimes talk about dating. I've done a few cooking videos. So I do a little bit of everything. So yeah, I've kind of built a little Latino / Black community in my little sector of YouTube, and I have quite a diverse audience. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
I will say, I think I started following you from Instagram and to YouTube, and I will say that you do post frequently for someone that needs constant content. Yes. You do post like all the time.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean occasionally, I need a little break because the YouTube burnout is real.
Sure.
But I do try to post at least one thing a week, if
Yes.
not more.
And
Yeah.
for you, the loyal fans to our channel, go back, and for the new people, check out the old videos. I'm in 2 of her videos. You got to go back and check them out. They are wild. The first one is 5 hours, so you need a coffee for that one. But the second one was dope too. So check out both of those.
My live streams tend to go on for hours. 5 was on the shorter end.
Yes.
The most I've gone was 10 hours, yo. 10
Yes.
hour live.
She literally has like a
The
Netflix
whole
series.
night. The whole night.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a long ass time.
Talking about what?
Yo, it's because think about it, like there's usually like a specific topic, but as the hours go on and people join, it ends up just turning into like just random topics, and it becomes like a hangout for real.
And it gets chippy in there too.
Do you run off and go like to the bathroom and come back, or
yeah,
go
I do.
to something to eat, come
Yes.
back?
Actually, when I went live on my birthday, that was like 7 hours or something, 6. I fell asleep the last 2 hours, and the guys on the panel were just talking until like 6 in the morning. I just kept it running.
Okay, well, apparently you in some drama in the YouTube streets. Since you're not your podcaster, you're a YouTube thuggin'. Okay, but we don't get to that later.
Okay.
But we got. Do you also do a show, Julie?
Yeah, I have a podcast coming out. It's called Safe Sex and Pleasure, and I'm really excited to share all the research that I've been doing. I used to do a sex talk show similar to what she did, which was just like live and stuff like that. But now I actually want to do like legit podcasting and also be on YouTube so that people can see and hear, because sometimes it's nice to have a visual.
Yes.
Definitely.
I also have started my OnlyFans. Super excited to share. And at the same time, I'm in the process of being a sexologist. So that's my goal.
Can you give your OnlyFans?
Oh, my OnlyFans is Naughty Colombian.
Please speak into the mic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My OnlyFans.
Or turn it to you if you need to.
Oh, I can turn.
Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
my OnlyFans is Naughty Colombian, and then of course I'm known as like Safe Sex and Pleasure, and I want to be a sexologist. So those are my goals.
Cool.
What made you want to put safe sex and pleasure?
It's everything you need.
Because when I started Safe Sex and Pleasure, I was actually selling sex toys. And I was trying to teach people that we don't need to talk just about safe sex. We need to incorporate pleasure. And then I also realized, like, when I took my first sexology class, I was just so in love with, like, everything we learned. And I was like, oh, my God, wow. And I was like, I want to do this for, like, life. So I found my calling. I'm super
Nice.
excited.
So you're here to
That's what's up.
educate,
Educate.
seducate. Seducate. I like that. Coin that.
Hey, B, that was funny.
No. I'll give you the credit too. I just want the percentage.
Oh, it will be there someday, I believe.
There it is. So yes, I like this. I like where we're going tonight.
On your Instagram, you be at this place where it's like a mural. I'm like, where's this place with this mural?
So that is a really amazing place. That's called TJ's. TJ's is actually what you would know as an adult club, and you have to pay to go in, and you actually get to enjoy multiple rooms. And in the rooms, you can enjoy your partner, or you can swap with other couples. You can go as a single, you can go as a couple, and it's just super fun. And I went with my best friend, and of course, like, when I go there, I wear a necklace and it says nope, which means I'm not open to play, and we'll learn about what play is later. I'm super excited to share what that means, because some of y'all don't know.
Can I show the stuff?
Of course, please.
Okay.
I mean, it's super, like, it's real, it's
I got
legit.
to take a look.
Which one are you going to show?
Well,
There's so many.
no, it's okay. I'm gonna look for it, but it's the one with you. It's with people just dancing. You know.
Yeah.
Tell us about those classes, or I'm assuming.
You're talking about the classes.
Oh, yeah, tell me
You're
about the
talking
classes.
Casa Shea?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Casa Shea. Straight up, I lost
Casa Shea.
80 pounds. Like, shout out to
Damn.
Casa Shea and everybody who goes there. It is like Zumba on another fucking. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
No,
on another fucking what?
Fucking
level.
yes.
Yes. Is it
And
fucking there, or is it just?
No.
That,
This
that
is
place
just-
is all just like.
Yeah.
I hope that people don't have that misconception, but that's just dancing. To be honest, that's just
Yeah.
a workout.
Right, in the black community, we call that freak dancing. But go
And
ahead.
Or twerking. You know, you just
Tomatoes.
Right, early 2000s freak dancing is twerking nowadays. I like freak
I mean,
dancing.
Spanish people usually just dance whenever they want.
Is that what that's called?
I wouldn't consider myself.
Is that
a person-
just a Latino thing?
No, not at all. Everybody
okay.
there is all shapes, sizes, races, colors, humans. That's all that matters.
Well,
as
can
long
I-
as you're there to have fun and learn and dance.
Can I ask you this? Going there, has that sexually got you more confident in
Oh,
yourself?
hell yes. Not just the fact that I lost weight, but it feels like it's like a place where you can go and they are just like, you can go on the floor and no one's gonna look at you like, why is she on the floor having a good time? Instead, they're like, yeah, girl, get it. You have people in the back clapping for you. You've got the instructors like putting you on stage. Like, my favorite thing is when I start getting on stage. It took me like months to get on stage, but you just work so hard, and then you want to you want people to feel that vibe. So you want people to feel it, and then you see the whole floor. And even with COVID, which is when I started, actually, I only started like 9 months ago.
Okay.
And so, like, I lost a lot of weight, and I give straight shout out to Casa Shea because and I would go all the time. You have to be consistent.
Shout out Casa Shea.
Yeah, and like you have to be consistent. Like, you just have to be consistent, and you go there and you have fun. You meet nice people, and they're there to have fun and exercise. But they don't think about exercising. They think about how sexy they are. They think about the moves. They think about like, what's the next song? Like, what are we gonna like have fun to? Like, are you gonna shake that ass? Like, we're excited for the songs.
I like this place.
What's the use of having that ass? You ain't gonna throw it.
All right. Let me
I
ask
like
y'all.
that.
Let me
I like
ask y'all,
that.
since y'all mothers,
Oh, your mom? How old is your kid?
2 little girls.
Oh my goodness, you look amazing.
Thank you.
It took me, what, he's 10 now? It took me like 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah, my girls are 4
They
and
both
7.
look amazing.
So how do you
So you know,
guys?
every-
So how do you
everybody
guys
here
deal
looks
with
amazing.
being having exploring your sexuality as being a mother, and how's that going? And do you show certain stuff to your kid? And is it different having a son or raising a daughter for your, exploring your sexuality? Have you?
Well, I mean, I don't have sons, but from what I hear, it is very different. But as far as, being a mom and the whole sexuality thing, I mean, I think I am not, like, afraid to, I don't know, be sexy, of course, within, like, in a non-raunchy way. I don't agree with certain people that have, like, this idea that once you're a mom, you're supposed to act like a nun, you can't be sexy no more. I completely disagree with that.
As do I.
You still can be,
I do
okay?
too.
Just because you've given birth, that does not mean that you stop being a woman.
Yeah.
You still have, I don't know, especially if you're still young and, if you look
My
good,
boy
whatever,
B was
like-
shot wearing like ironclad. Look. Brian one shot wearing like iron shit, no nothing, a little chastity belt.
I would want
you gotta
I would
still
want
be
the woman to
confident.
wear a whole hijab,
No,
Nah.
that's a
cover
fact.
her whole body.
That's
See
a fact.
Can't see anything.
Right.
You gotta still be confident. You gotta feel confident in showing that, and showing that you can still be sexy, you can still look good, you can still be attractive. You don't have to reduce all that just because you're a mom. But again, within like reasonable,
For sure.
Julie?
I think do what you want, and like it really shouldn't matter what other people say or think. I go through a lot of hate, and you just kind of have to have thick skin for what I do. For most women in general,
that's
thick
true.
skin is really necessary. Even just being on social media, just having a face, a body, anything. You're always going to be judged, and even by the people that care about you. Like I actually had a conversation with somebody who used words that hurt my feelings. I was like, yo, like why are you gonna talk about me like that? Like you're making me feel like I'm trashy. And he's like, that was not my intention. But I'm like, but that's your judgment. So I see that it comes everywhere. Family, friends, it's all over the place. So I definitely think that you have to have thick skin. And you shouldn't be judged because you're a mom. And the worst part is when you're a single mom. You get it a lot harder when you don't have that support. So when you're a single mom, like when I sold sex toys, everybody was cool because I had his dad. Once we split, I'm a threat. And it's crazy. It's like, why do you think that I'm going to go after you guys? I'm not. I'm here to educate. It's just like, I'm not there to like show my body because like I want to get your guys or your dicks. Like, come on. If I want dick, I choose what I want. And I'm not out there to like hurt anyone or make anyone feel some type of way. It's just who I am. I'm just confident, and that's really what it's about. And a lot of people just can't handle confidence, and I couldn't either. It took me a long time.
Like I always say, it's tougher for single moms compared to single dads, and it's like, or mothers compared to fathers, and women compared to men on Instagram. Because as a man, I could just post a selfie or like a picture in like a regular outfit because I'm a man. I'm a decent looking guy, so it's like I'm going to get likes regardless. I feel like as women, you guys are competing against like super duper Instagram models with all the plastic surgeries, or you're competing against the YouTubers whose topics are way more scandalous, or the like you're just competing against people that are willing to go further as far as selling sex or selling scandalous shit. With men is more so, this is us, I'm a man. Like it's not really too much like we can do to that's a fact. It's not really too much we can do to say like, to separate ourselves. But women, you see women that may post like something in their regular clothes, just regular clothes, but they have to compete for likes with women who are in their underwear on a beach.
Why do women have to compete for likes?
Which is crazy. No, I don't agree with that.
Oh, I'm
like
just
I
curious
give
why.
the way I love the booty pics is the same way I love the wholesome pics. I
Because
click
you
them
also
all
like personality.
for sure.
I got the answer, but it's an answer y'all not gonna want to accept or hear. But it's up to y'all if y'all want to hear it or not.
Sure, why not?
Let's hear it, Anthony.
You ask why
Share
women
it.
women compete with other women. That's just how it is. Y'all can say you don't, but we know you do. We know the reality of that. Women compete against other women.
For what though? Likes?
For anything, likes, clout.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, yeah.
I think to an
like,
extent, some do.
If there are a lot of women out there who are as fine as ever, but there is a woman out there who will find a flaw on her just to say, well, she ain't this and I got this. It's just a competition. Women put more pressure on each other than men. But that's just me.
But I feel like the women that are confident in themselves, they're not going to be competing as much, though.
Not necessarily.
I genuinely
Not
feel
necessarily.
that way because I don't care.
Maybe you don't care, but now I'll just say this: there are
It's a
certain
decent
women.
portion of women
Yeah,
who do
there are
care.
certain.
No. 100%. All women have insecurities. Men do too.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
women's insecurities are really flaunted, and they need that kind of attention sometimes. So they do put themselves out there. I used to do that when I was not like in the best state of mind.
What you used to do? What you used to do?
I used to like post really sexy pictures. Provocative, just because I liked my the way I looked and I felt confident, but I wasn't feeling secure. Now my mindset and my body is secure. I feel good. I know I am doing good to my body. I'm humble. I'm not saying I'm perfect. We all have flaws. Nobody's perfect. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. But I feel like it took me a long time to get here, and I'm here. And I'm like so excited. Like, I feel like you are very confident. You obviously have
I appreciate
this
this.
confidence, you know, and
This is,
you
like,
should always
really
like
nice.
empower other women. I'm so about that. It was like
For
actually
sure.
my New Year's Eve resolution was to empower friends and their businesses, but especially women. Like, we just try so hard to please other people, but you know, fuck that. I'm here to please myself now. I'm
Look,
here
man,
for
I'm
myself
sorry.
and my son and my family.
I'm dapping you, and I'm dapping you. No, because I agree with that 1,000%.
I'm glad.
I got a question I want to ask both of you single ladies, because we have this notion that single mothers are supposed to, whatever man they get, they're supposed to have this holier behavior. Let me ask y'all this. I want to
Why?
be real. I look. That's just unfortunately. There's a lot of punk ass men out there who think that way. But I just want to know: have you ever encountered? Is there certain men that y'all ever encounter where y'all just want to just have him as, you know, a guy that break your back and then be gone by the morning? Just a thought. I'm asking.
I gotta ask. Okay.
I'm asking. I want to get the answer, ladies. Have you
Can I
ever felt
answer?
that? Because I don't
Feel
think.
free.
I want to know.
Okay.
Have you ever?
Feel
Is
free.
there men out there
Are
where you
there
like?
men that you view just for
Just.
Okay, so your question is: are men that I've viewed or men that I've done?
No.
Yeah,
Both.
that-
Are there
Okay.
men out there that you feel okay? You cool, but I'm not. I know I can't share a permanent life with you. So.
100%.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm learning to be open-minded. I think I'm at a level of maturity to know that some people are not monogamous, and there are polyamorous people. Monogamous, one person, poly, multiple.
Oh, for sure.
And I just feel like, you know, I'm at a point where I kind of want to learn. I kind of want to educate myself and see what else is out there. Because I grew up being mom and dad, great. I have great parents. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, maybe I'm not meant for marriage. Maybe I'm just meant to have this kid. But I want more. But at the same time, like, I'm young and I'm having fun. And as long as I'm taking care of mine and he's not getting, like, affected. Like, with my OnlyFans, I'll be very specific. I'm not putting out sex videos, just so you know. Okay, so, like,
Fam.
you might have that mentality.
Fam, you on fire right now. Hold on. We gotta say that. Hold on. We gotta say that, fam. You on fire right now.
What we saving it for?
I gotta save it for something
Are you
else.
trying to save her? Like, look, you
I gotta
just
save
knocked
it.
out 50% of your save.
Yeah, you gotta save it,
we do
'cause
have
you on
more-
fire right now.
more
All right, so we got.
Hold on, we didn't hear from her though.
No.
Do you want to get your feet wet or not?
Yes. Let us know if you at.
No, would you get your feet wet or not? Can you get your feet wet and just be like, all right, you got to be out before the dust, sir?
Well, I mean, if it's somebody that I find that attractive, it's like, I just gotta have them, then.
Okay, well, give me an example. Morris Chestnut?
Oh my gosh.
Why?
I mean, it don't gotta be more
why
chestnut,
do
but
you
just
need a
somebody
man?
that it's like, wow, it's just, he fine, his aura, like,
Yes, the
just,
vibes.
yes,
Oh
the
my
vibe gotta
goodness,
be there,
the
the
vibes.
chemistry, the connection, the pool. like-
Chemistry is so big.
Fucking Lord.
So it has to be like a full moon.
No, seriously.
Right, yeah,
No,
niggas
no,
gotta
no,
turn
no,
into,
no.
niggas
Okay,
gotta
maybe you don't
transform
like,
into
maybe you don't
a
like the word aura, but I'm saying some guys just
it's the
have
vibe.
that
They
thing
said aura.
about them.
No, it's just the vibe.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Yeah,
It's
some
the
guys just
vibe.
have that energy. It's like they
So-
just pull you to them. They attract you.
So you'll be like, hey, look, you just gotta be gone before the kids are up, okay? Before I have to pass out Capri Suns.
I don't think you have to really say that to a guy.
Because look,
I think it's just known.
It's a vibe, man.
it's a vibe.
I mean, I would support whatever, but
No.
I think
It
you can
ain't even
tell.
gotta be said. It's like, okay.
The girls give
boom.
off vibes too. You just gotta pick up on them. Just be aware. Like when they show you certain things, say certain things. Watch how they react. Watch their body
For
language,
sure.
and then you'll definitely see. Hey.
But how? When?
Right, I like vibes
So
and
the
words
reason
together.
I know that is
These
because
two are
I've learned
preaching
about
right now.
three
Yeah.
ways, and the way a
Three
three-way
ways.
actually can be initiated is just through vibes, just through like an actual like, just a hey, how's it going? Like it's been a long time. Like how you doing? Just a touch, and then that person can reciprocate with just eye contact and be like, damn, you look really good. That's just the vibe. Oh, have you met my girl? That's another invitation. It's just
pushing
like
it,
it's
please.
not. You don't even have to
No.
say I want to
Thank
fuck you and you at the same time. No, you'd be like, so this is my girl, and then they give a hug and kiss, and then you can feel, okay, he's cool, she's cool, and then it happens.
But how was that during COVID?
Oh my goodness!
Yes,
Especially
yes.
during COVID, people are like really trying to get out there during these parties that I've been to.
Isn't it time to not get out there?
No, unfortunately, now that people think that especially today, like people don't think you have to wear a mask. Have you heard about Virginia?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's nasty out here.
So when you are vaccinated, right, you actually don't have to wear a mask. If you're in, I think, a small setting, you're not obligated to wear a mask. I think it's just outside. I'm not sure about inside, but I definitely know that you don't. Like when I'm outside and I take my kid, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing that, but okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that there is a chance, like if you get COVID, you are like for men, we have a higher chance of getting erectile dysfunction.
Jesus
Omnipotence.
I don't want to
go
But
Yeah.
I definitely will research that because that's pretty
You gotta check
prevalent
that out.
for what's going
That's
on.
very
yeah.
devastating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I definitely will look at that up because I didn't know that, and I'd love to like. Share
Oh,
that.
so,
So then maybe guys will be more cautious and not
That's
be.
terrible.
Yeah, it says,
Put a mask
and it's not even older men. It's younger men
Okay.
in our 30s.
okay, damn, he just trying to scare us
So-
right now. He that dare teacher.
So
right
that's
now.
why we got to get the
Can you tell me
vaccine.
where that website is?
This is Montreal.
This nigga.
Is it a .org
Montreal.
or .gov? I don't really
Well,
know.
just let it-
Is it edu?
Nah, it's
You gotta get something
.ca.
that's educational.
.ca.
Like a Wikipedia.
He got a blog. Somebody blog that
No,
shit.
I respect Canada. Canada is a
You gotta respect. You gotta respect it.
Oh yeah,
respect
that's right. They got free healthcare.
All right. Yeah, they got free health care.
Look, they got white and the black hand out there. We here together.
So do y'all mind if a dude can't really come? Is that an issue for y'all?
I have lots to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would feel like if a guy can't, I would feel like, yo, what's wrong? Like,
Yeah.
are
What
you
did I
not
say?
turned on? Like,
No.
what's the
Hold
problem?
on. We get
No,
there.
no.
So
Look,
you would feel like something's wrong.
Yes.
For him or you?
With me.
Both. Yeah, I'll be like,
No.
am I not turning him on?
I'd
What's
always
wrong
think
with
it
you?
would be me.
the same thing I said in the group chat. Like it takes me a long time to come. Like I don't know why, but
Is it because you're just trying to enjoy it? And
Yeah.
Keep it lasting.
Hey, I'm
Then
trying
you
to-
share that with your partner.
No,
and
no.
Communicate that prior to it, because then she will
No.
know the knowledge. Oh, he's
I
a lot
do.
faster.
No, she gonna say no. You trucked off before you.
no, look.
Yeah, for real,
I say
though,
that.
you
I say
should,
that
so
all
you'll
the
last
time.
longer.
Like beforehand, I say it all the time, but I still end up getting those questions. But I felt like it was something wrong with me, or like, well, I'm like, yo, this has nothing to do with you. I've been dealing with this since I was like 15.
Did you say that prior to having sexual relations with that person?
I tell them, yeah, it takes me a while. I let them know I'm not about to be like a 4 minute, 6 minute.
So what's a while to you?
Like 35, 40, and it's like, or like.
Is that when you drunk or something, or when you got a pill?
Bro, if I'm drunk or going off some pharmaceuticals,
Some pharmaceuticals.
it's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen at all. I probably
I mean,
do that.
you
Like
could
if we
also think
started.
about how irritated a girl could be.
No, and that's why like I just stop when I get tired, or I stop once I see that she's tired, because it's like we finna be here all day if I don't stop. So nobody wants that.
Okay, ladies, how does that make you all feel like in that moment? When do you feel like at that moment, okay, like it's hurting, or I'm getting dry, or like
Once I
what's
feel that,
wrong?
it's like, all right,
ladies,
so
like I want to know from a lady's perspective. When do you feel that? Okay, what's going on? Like, when do you sense it? Either one can answer. I just want to know.
I mean, like, sometimes it feels like an awkward moment for me. It'd be like,
So what? Like
what's
after
going on?
after
It's
40
more-
minutes, you feel like what's taking so long?
No, it's more like I'm able to communicate with my partner. I think I have that ability. Most women don't, and they'll just continue until they get to the point where they're like, I have to go to the bathroom. You know, something. They'll make up something. You know, but I definitely think if you just communicate like with the partner, it will be better sex in general. So just, it is irritating when a guy doesn't ejaculate at a certain amount of time.
So we know the amount of time that it takes us to get tired. What is the amount of time that you're like, it's annoying now?
like an hour.
Jesus Christ. You only got.
What's the annoying time for you where you're like, dog, this nigga's...
I gotta fold these clothes.
You've been back there for blankety blank minutes. Blankety, what's taking you so long?
So then you get on top. If he's been back there for that many minutes, you switch it up.
No. I'm not saying specifically you've been back there. I'm saying like
Just
y'all
generally
been
speaking.
doing this. Y'all been having sex for this amount of time now. What's taking so long, sir? What is that time?
Maybe after like the 40-minute mark. Like
After the fourth position, like, all right, we went back to the position already.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
deal?
You know.
So do y'all sit there, or like you say you ask? Would you ask, or would you just ask another day?
I mean, I might say something like
Nigga, what's taking you so long? I'm tired of this.
I'm not like that. I'll try to be nice about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt someone's feelings,
Yeah.
but I will be pretty, you know, like,
Y'all want the answers?
huh?
You know that because I don't know the answers.
I know the answers.
Look, I don't know.
the answers.
Listen,
I don't know what
I know the
what
answers.
takes you.
Look,
you
there's
mean our answers?
No. For certain men, there are reasons that they just don't say it. Like, there's a lot of them, and
Oh, I know some of them.
go ahead, please.
Okay,
please,
so
please.
I heard about it today. Some guy who is in the lifestyle. He talks about women he's been with, and he's like, "Oh my God, though this one chick, she stank. I could not get hard." So that to me,
Jesus
it
Christ.
would be
No,
a possible reason.
that's actually happened to me before.
Okay, I'm just giving you. A
Yeah, I've heard guys
you
talk about
asked.
that.
Yeah, that's happened to me
Okay,
before.
okay. So stinking, that's one of them. Go.
Okay.
So, yes.
I was with him when that happened. Actually,
What do you mean you were with him? Y'all
I
were
don't
with
know
threesome?
what you're talking
Fuck
about.
no,
I don't know what you're talking about.
he was in the same area.
Vicinity.
Vicinity.
Yeah, he was in the same-
No. That is one of them. Like, if it's bad, like, it's one of those.
I was like, what the
So if
fuck?
it's bad, do you just be like, babe, you want to go take a
No,
shower?
look,
Or do
no.
you just like fuck?
I stopped.
No. So see, at that time, I was probably like 16. So I stopped and I told her I didn't have the confidence to say, yo, go take a shower, or yo, that.
No, you
that-
say,
that's
do you
not
want
right.
to take a shower with me? You don't
Look,
tell a girl,
look.
why don't
Right,
you go
right.
take a shower? That's hurtful.
No, of course so. But at this time, I was a kid, so I didn't know like really what to say in that situation. So I just said, I didn't want to do it no more. Like I just didn't want to do it no more. But now I'm 30.
Yo.
So I'm gonna be like, you was there.
No,
see?
I don't-
No, yes you do. You know you was there, dog.
16. I was gonna say when you just women don't like it when you just stop.
Yeah, no.
When you just stop and get
Yes.
up
Kills the fucking mood.
No,
and go out the room.
You guys just stop. Like, what the fuck?
that's
Put
a
it back
Oh,
in.
you trying to fight?
Look,
Okay. You trying to
What would
fight?
you do if he does that? What would y'all do?
I just get tired.
Fuck.
Y'all be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why would you fucking
And that's like, that's the
stop?
problem. I can't.
no, look.
Oh, you're saying when there's...
It's like this. I know,
Oh
like
my
there's levels to it, because just like women, there's always a certain man that can touch your spot, right? No matter who he is or what he does, he knows. He just knows you in a way that you go, okay, the floods are going to be open. Pandora's box is always going to be flooding.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's the same shit for men. There are just certain women out there that just keep us long and strong, And
Do you get addicted?
Hmm?
Do you get addicted?
I have before, and I don't like it.
Tell
but,
me about what you mean you were addicted. Because I've heard this recently. I'm just
Addicted
curious.
to what?
To a specific female.
Yes, there was one specific female where there's nothing, no matter what, our worst night is spectacular.
For sure.
And there was a time where I was just getting it so good where I could hear it. And then that's when I said, oh, fuck, like, I gotta stop this. Because I heard it. And then,
You mean she's?
like, she squirted all over it. And,
You mean
like, I can,
saw it?
yeah, I saw the shit. And normally, for most men out here, we can attest, you don't want to go in there and do God's work and then pull out and look, because then you're like, oh boy, like, what am I doing? So yes, it got like really good, and I was like, oh shit, like, it became to a point where usually it was a Thursday, Friday thing. Thursday, Friday turned into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. Please pull out if you're gonna do this. Or hey, if you're like or it's one of those. It got to the point where it was like, hey, she even said, if you're gonna do it with other people, just make sure you have protection. Make sure what we're doing is just us. I was like, I accept it. I was like, I would anyway, but of course I'm like, yeah. And then
So you're okay with sharing?
no, it depends. Not with her. And then she left. And then she just left me. She left, and that fucked me up completely. So yes, there are certain women out there that certain men can do that. Like, I hate to say it, like, ladies, there are certain, like, it don't. And unfortunately, it like, you know how when people say it's not me, it's you, or it's not you, it's me. No, it's the opposite. It's you. There's just something about you where it's just like. Certain men, there's a certain thing about y'all where we like y'all at that certain moment, and then after we do our thing,
hey, we got to move on to our next topic. Yeah, move on to our next subject.
But let's
It's in both genders. It's just about who that person. If you're feeling them a certain way, like there's certain people like, okay,
You're
sexually,
infatuated.
well, or sexually they do it for me, or personally, the sexually ones are dangerous because they can just leave at the dime of a hat, and you go off. Like, where you going? Where you going? Why didn't you text me like, wait a minute, I said what up, you looking good on Snapchat, and you left that shit. I still see I don't see a empty triangle. Bitch, say something.
AJ, I'm gonna need you to stop slamming the table, okay? All right,
slamming again.
moving the camera.
All right, we got AJ turn up in the house, and we got Champagne Ron, and we got Christina in the house, and we got Julie.
I don't like that.
Safe sex and pleasure. All right. Make sure you guys leave us a like and a comment.
Give us y'all
give us
IGs
some
and
likes,
social
y'all. Give us
media?
some likes, y'all. Give us some likes. It's
Share
free.
some of her-
It's free 99.
Share
okay?
some of her subscribers, y'all. She's about to hit 10K.
Follow me on Instagram at VVXTina_chats, and also check out my YouTube, Viva Beja by Xtina. I'm almost at 10K. Help me get to that 10K.
Check
y'all.
us out too. Shit.
All right.
Go follow Insta TV.
Okay.
We started this gangster shit.
Let me get your social medias.
And OnlyFans.
I'm at Say Sex and Pleasure for Instagram. I'm at Naughty Colombian for my OnlyFans.
Can I ask one last question about that? Would you be willing to do like a video?
Yeah,
on
of course,
OnlyFans?
15,000.
Somebody out there, you got it.
Yep. That's a
gotta
true
have it.
fan. I'll put it out there.
15 stacks.
All right. NFTs. All right. All right. So,
Also, though, I wanted to put out that I will have my podcast up very soon, Safe Sex and Pleasure. So you can check that out on Spotify and all social media.
And we'll be on there. Hallelujah.
Hell yeah.
are you gonna have like a co-host, or is it just gonna be you just straight?
So the majority of the time it will just be me, but I'll definitely have a monthly co-host be on it, and we'll see what happens next.
What type of audience you trying to go through?
18 and up, especially college students, definitely want to teach the young ones. I think the more orgasms you have, the better people will feel, and the better everybody will be happier. Just like orgasms, it just spreads.
How many orgasms should a woman have daily to feel good? Or
Um,
weekly, whatever. Scientifically break this down.
Scientifically,
Educate us.
I can't really tell you exactly because every woman is different. Some women don't. They're also asexual, so they just don't need to have an orgasm. And then there are people who are on the extreme spectrum who need orgasm constantly because they're sex addicts. So, you know, you want to be in the middle. And I guess, you know, I do have a high sex drive, so I'd probably be in the middle of the norm and the
What,
extreme.
like 5 to 8?
In a day or a week?
Oh, a week.
For sure. You should try to have one at least once a day,
Christina?
if you can. But not everyone can.
I don't know. That varies, I think, for me at least. I don't know. Because I'll go through periods of time where I'm just not really thinking about it. And
Right.
others where it's like,
I need it.
damn.
Right.
Yeah. So it
I need to
varies.
get my flapjacks.
All right, so we got to move on, man.
We're trying to educate people out here.
I got you, but we got to go to
Principal out here. Guys, we gotta go. Fuck.
It's a time limit, G. It's a time limit, G. Okay, so we're talking about all right, so our topic later on is can Latinos be racist, okay? But later on, we're going to get to that. But first, let's get to some of the stuff that was in the news, you know, shit I see on my timeline. All right, so I'm not sure if you guys familiar with Dr. Umar. He's like a pro-black
Black man right there.
pro-black Pan-African dude, but he was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about he was spewing his normal stuff. He was talking about how interracial relationships is like evil, and he talked about how Joe Biden hasn't done anything for black people, and that type of stuff. But did you guys see it?
I did. I watched it.
And what did you think?
I mean, first of all, Dr. Umar articulated his arguments very well. I mean, do I agree on everything? Absolutely not. But he was spitting a lot of facts out there that make you think. So that was an excellent interview to me, and I like the fact that he sticks to his guns no matter what. Do I agree with it? All of it? No. But I respect the man for at least always staying true to himself. So that's all.
Being consistent.
Yeah, he's who he is.
Okay, so do you guys think that interracial relationships are bad?
Not necessarily. I mean,
Well, growing up, did you think, or like your parents, or did you have like a heritage of like, don't go out with black Negroes,
No, not at all.
black beans?
I have really accepting
half
parents.
my family's dark skinned, so I mean, that would be kind of stupid to say that.
All right.
I mean, my parents are American. I'm adopted, so they're really, you know, I mean, they went to a Latino countries, so they're definitely like open to Latinos because they adopted too. With blacks, they're super fine with them, and whites, and they just never really cared. I have really supportive parents, so I never had to deal with that or be shown that type of behavior. And luckily I wasn't exposed to much racism growing up, except for being interracial adoption. Yes, that was really big. 30 years ago, though. It's different.
All
They were
right.
in the New York Times.
Are you totally against
So
interracial
growing up,
relationships? I am
like
totally
adopted,
against it, and I
and
want to
being
make
like a
sure you
different race from
understand.
your parents that adopted you.
Mhm.
How was that?
It was really hard. It was really hard. I actually thought I was kind of black because I only knew white and black people.
Mhm.
I was never exposed to Spanish people. And then it didn't happen until elementary school when I was like, oh, okay, they're actual like people that kind of look like me. And then they spoke a language that I kind of was familiar with, but I wasn't really understanding. And then I just went through years of being like identity crisis. Like, what am I? Because I'm not white, I'm not black, and I don't really understand Spanish. So, like, you know, it was really hard. But therapy helps. So you just learn how to just, like, love yourself and learn about yourself. And then just, like, it really doesn't matter who raises you. It's kind of like what you choose to grow into. So I raised my kid as a Latino. For sure.
So growing up, your adopted parents, they didn't teach you?
They tried.
Okay.
But keep in mind, like, I knew my birth mom had left me, so I had a lot of anger. So growing up, I was just like, I don't want to learn Spanish. I don't want to go to Colombia. But they kept trying.
Mhm.
You know, they're really good people. They just really tried hard. And I just was against it. But it wasn't until, like, I was 22 when I went and found my birth mom. And I was like, yes, I want to be, like, in this world that I've been missing for years. And it was just really beautiful to find her.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, are you familiar with the stuff that's going on in Colombia?
Politics right now, no, I'm not. I know that my birth mom and I talk a lot. I have like 8 brothers and sisters over there. And they don't really mention much about the politics there, but they do talk a lot about, you know, I guess the association that everything Colombia is just dangerous, and cocaine and Pablo and everything with Netflix is always making people who are Colombian, they always are like, oh, you do coke? And it's just like...
Well, here is like for black people, well, Dr. Umar, he was like, he was trying to have a school, and he's like if you're like in a relationship, if you're dating a white person, you can't be a part of the school. So I'm I'm in a interracial relationship. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I still support you, but you still, I don't really, that doesn't really matter. But when it comes to like, he's not like the what is black. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't determine who's black.
He's not the gatekeeper.
He's not the gatekeeper. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to Latinos, like who is part of the gatekeeper community? Because black people, we have celebrities and stuff, and they all always say the wrong shit. So I know it's like different issues with different countries in Latin America. So how is it with y'all? Like when it comes to like who gets to speak and who's not, because you are adopted, like, and I'm pretty sure you speak on issues, and someone can say, I'm a real Colombian, you blah blah blah.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I grew up with a lot. I still do. Even friends are kind of hurtful.
Yeah.
They're not mindful of what it does to a person. Like if we identify as Colombian and then you want to say I'm not, it's just like, first off, you weren't even born in Colombia, so like you should shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Okay, and second of all, like both of my parents are Colombian, so 100% I am, and my kid is 100% Colombian. I made sure of that. No, just kidding.
So
I got lucky.
Okay, so what's someone that's from a different, they're in America and they speaking on issues from like DR and Colombia, and do you guys think they have a right to speak on issues? Because you were in some sort of drama on YouTube, and tell us about that. What happened? Because they say you're not a real Dominican, huh? What happened?
Oh my gosh, it was something that got blown up to be a bigger deal than what it actually was. But so like I said, so I talk a lot about Dominican stuff, and I do sometimes touch on stuff going on in the island, but I try not to as much because I'm not there. You know, so I feel like it should be someone in DR talking about that stuff. But anyway, so I have my following of Dominicans. But I also have my following of like other people that are not Dominican, and I kind of got into a little thing with this other Dominican guy because I had a live stream on Dominican Independence Day, and there was a guy that came onto my panel who they were saying wasn't really Dominican, that he was Haitian, and as some of you may know, y'all know the whole beef between DR and Haiti. And so this Dominican guy, apparently he felt this type of way because he felt that I was taking this Haitian guy's side and I had kicked him off the panel and not the other dude. It was over some bullshit.
Did you know he was Haitian?
But the thing is, he said he was Dominican. It was the other saying, you're not Dominican, you're Haitian. Okay?
He combed his hair a certain way.
No, we couldn't even see him. He never showed himself. They were just assuming. No, I think it was because he said one of his grandfathers was Haitian. So in some people's mind, if you're a quarter Haitian, you're not Dominican. Or you could be 3/4 Dominican and 1/4 Haitian, but just because you had that one grandparent, now you Haitian. You ain't Dominican. There's a lot of policing when it comes to that, online at least, among some Dominicans, I have to admit. So that's really what it was about. And then this other YouTuber who's not Dominican, he's like Mexican and Peruvian, he like inserted himself into it, and then he made like 3 live streams talking about me. How I didn't know nothing about DR when I came on to YouTube. I ain't know nothing about the culture. I ain't know nothing about the history. I don't know what I'm talking about. All this bullshit.
Did you respond?
I had to, man, because I wasn't going to, but this dude made literally 3 live streams talking about me within 2 days.
I'm glad
so
you
responded.
Like,
nah, I gotta call this out because
yeah,
you tripping
for sure.
right now.
What did he say exactly? What makes?
And then so it was all I don't know what I'm talking about, and that I pander to black men. This is what a lot of apparently I pander to black men. Okay, let me tell y'all, some of the Hispanic men in the little community that I'm in, they are very bothered by the fact that I have black men that watch me and that follow me. And sometimes how men are, y'all flirt. The thing is, they leave the little comments. But the thing is, I get it from both black men and Hispanic men, but they're super focused on the black men that do it. And apparently, all I do is pander to black people. I pander to black men. When I talk about relationship stuff, I'm pandering to the black men from the manosphere on YouTube. It's crazy. So I get a lot of hate from some guys, some of the men, because of that. Because they feel that I'm blackwashed and, I pander to black Americans too much. Even though the majority of my content has nothing to do with black Americans.
But you said on your one of your shows, you said that's one of the reasons why you started your YouTube was to stop because black people were talking shit about.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I did notice. Like whenever Dominicans are trending online, it's never for anything positive. And I did notice that online, it was a lot of people kind of regurgitating the stereotypes that Dominicans were anti-black. We're in denial about our blackness. We're racist towards other black people and hate.
And who was saying this?
From what I saw, it was mainly black people saying it. I'm not
black
gonna lie,
men or women? Both.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I need to counteract this. Now, I don't necessarily place the blame on black people. Because, again, I mean, if you never really interacted with Dominicans, or maybe you interacted with one Dominican that was racist and now you're generalizing, I mean, it is what it is. But I was like, okay, I'm going to show whoever follows me on YouTube, whoever it is, because, I mean, it's not like you can control who follows you. Yeah. But I was like, I just want to show that I am a Dominican who is not self-hating. I embrace all of what I am. I'm cool with people regardless if they're Hispanic, black, white even. Like, I don't care. So that was kind of like one of my goals, to show that, but to also share my culture with other people. But anyways, like I said, I've gotten myself into little things here along the way, and I've got my little hate comments and trolls and all that, but it always comes down to the men that watch me, and I'm like, y'all are weird. Like, why do some of you men care about what other men find a particular woman attractive? Like, it's weird. That's why I started calling them beta males.
They're called insecure.
Yes, insecure. That's exactly what it is.
You guys can't offend the beta community like that.
Man.
Weak ass men.
I mean, I'm not calling you weak, but you're insecure.
No, I can call them. I'll call them. They are weak.
But he had so.
Anyway, me and the Dominican dude squashed it, by the way. So we good now. But yeah, it was just something that got blown out of proportion by the other dude.
Mm-hmm. But okay, let me ask both of you guys. Do you think there's like how do Latino men think of black men? What do you guys think?
I hope they think they're cool. That's all.
No, what do you think? What do you
perceive? What do you like in your
from your past experiences? How have you
from the reality?
Like if you started to like talk about dating black men, like
I think most of them just think BBC.
BBC.
It's funny, a lot
Big
of
black
people use
cop.
that term online.
BBC.
Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of black guys hit me up. You like BBC? I'm like, I do.
Even the black dudes say it?
The British.
Yeah, British broadcasting.
Broadcasting. I like that. I tell them that, and then I send them a Ricky Gervais picture of the
So
office.
why does it offend a lot of Latin men in the community though when they see y'all with black men?
I haven't experienced that because I actually haven't been with a black man, so I don't know. But I think that if they are feeling that type of way, there's again just another form of insecurity. That's all it comes down to. When you really think about it, like why would they care? Because they feel insecure about what they have or what they think you might have. Not like you, but like.
I get what you're saying. What about you?
I think for some it is like she said, insecurity. Also,
you like those fucking monkeys?
Like I'll be surprised some of the comments I've been seeing on YouTube.
Okay, they do say a lot of racist things, but they're super cool with black people, so I don't really know if they mean it.
But that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times what I see online is just not reflective of real life. Because in my real life, some are. I do think some are. Like I never saw this huge tension between like the black guys and the Hispanic guys. All of them were friends.
But how do you know that? You never know. People just because they smile.
No, I'm not gonna say there are individuals that did, but generally speaking, I didn't. I don't know. At least I didn't.
Okay.
See
well, maybe they were too scared because they, in that other sense, it's like shit. If I do get mad at Jamal, he might whoop my ass.
But I think that just comes to that particular individual then, because I think any Hispanic man that is confident in himself, he's not gonna care.
Right.
You know, like
yeah, for sure he won't.
And,
he doesn't give a fuck about the others.
Yeah,
right.
That's
and you shouldn't. Nobody should. Just get over it.
Right. So, but you had to deal with some harassment, right? From
Always.
all right.
I get really harassed. And I actually started screenshotting the harassment.
Jesus
So,
Christ, what?
Like, I fucking don't care, and they might think I care because I screenshot it, but I find it humorous and also educational. Like, girls, if you're gonna do an OnlyFans, expect this. Guys, if you're gonna send dick pics, expect this, because I'm gonna make a dick pic book of you. Like, you guys are making mistakes. You are eye raping me, so I will put you out there. So stop it.
So dick pics.
So
dick
no
pics is just
BBCs,
not-
no
So
BBCs,
now
no
on my
un-
OnlyFans, like, guys are like, how much does it cost for you to rape my dick? And I'm
Oh
like,
Jesus Christ.
God. Because now it's not just dick pics, girl. It's like fucking videos. I get videos of when they're like coming. Yeah.
Apparently, that's the new phenomenon.
It's like, oh my goodness.
How can you do that
And
when
they
you're
don't
holding
even
the phone?
Say hello. They come
Just
from
straight
like
up, just-
they come from like a dating app. And on my dating app, I say, looking for 420 friends. That's it. And I'm like, you didn't even look at my profile because you would have read it says 420 friends. And then they don't even
That's
say
420
hello.
ways to.
So
to
what
fuck.
they do is they just send you a dick. They just send you their dick. They don't say hello. They don't say where they're from. They just give you a dick.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, that's definitely harassment.
Yeah, right.
You don't want
I
to look
get
at
harassed
that.
all the time.
You don't want to look at that shit.
I get stalked too.
So, what do you guys think about? You get what?
Stalked. Like, people will stalk you and you gotta block them.
I saw a TikTok of a girl. She was doing like a live video, and the dude was like coming through the window.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I wasn't watching it, but it was on the news. It went viral. But
Okay.
her stalker. I wasn't. I'm like, hey, girl, stop. But
Look out!
Bitch, look around.
all right. So we got all right. So make sure you guys leave a like. All right. So let's move on, but let's keep it on harassment. Did you guys hear about the viral video of a hotel employee? He had like a mental breakdown, and the dude was filming him. It was a black dude, and apparently,
The black dude was having the mental breakdown?
no, the black dude was filming. He was a customer.
The one that was like banging his hands to a computer or something.
He was banging his head on the computer, and apparently they overcharged him for something, and the dude hit the computer, and that's when maybe the reason why the dude started filming, and apparently now it went viral, and the dude has like his GoFundMe has like $80,000.
Wow. Doesn't he have like a personality disorder or something?
Me personally, when I watched it, I was like, he does like maybe he has like he's on the spectrum, maybe he has autism. Like, why would you want to do that? But I heard like maybe he was like drunk.
You
But
heard it?
I'm
You
not sure.
researched it?
I didn't. I heard it.
Okay.
But there's a Reddit of someone saying, "Hey, I'm that guy," and he's saying that he has a disorder. But who knows if it was the guy? But did you guys see the video?
No, but
Yeah,
I
I saw
have a
the blue
personality disorder. So I could totally understand how fucked up it is, y'all. I'm so sick of seeing Snapchatters. I fucking block y'all. I do not appreciate when people record others that either look drunk, because they're not. Some of them are just having an emotional breakdown, and you're catching it. Like, I fucking go off with my friends. I pull their phones off of them, and I'm like, stop recording that drunk homeless person.
Right.
That kills me. Or stop recording this woman who's having a breakdown. That's not fucking cool. Don't record people having fights, like with girlfriend and boyfriends. You're escalating it. You're hurting other people's hearts and everything. So it's just like, it's not cool. I don't find any respect for people who record that. And whoever did record that, he should feel ashamed of himself. In my
And that's
personal
it. And
perspective,
that's
just me.
what the response was online.
Good. I'm glad, because that means the world is starting to change.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about, like, maybe the guy was just trying to he recorded it once the dudes like started punching the screen. Let me see if I can bring it
People
up.
going at Tariq Nasheed also.
Yeah. So like people went at Tariq Nasheed. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with Tariq Nasheed?
No,
I'm familiar
I'm
with
not
Tariq.
familiar.
He's people say he's a race baiter because he always talks about whenever there's something happen, it's racial. And a rapper, Freddie Gibbs, he reposted the video and they gave him a hard time. But let me see if I can bring
Did
it
he
up.
repost it and mock?
Because you all made a mistake.
Not really, no.
So you want to get mad and hit the computer because you made a mistake? Because your company made a mistake? You want to take it out on me?
I'm not taking it out on you.
So why did you get mad and hit the computer? Why did you get mad and hit the computer?
Because I have
I'm sure you on camera, right? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna show you on camera. So this is the type of people they have working here. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. You ruined my life. You ruined my whole life, man. Wow. You gotta be kidding me.
Society we live in, unfortunately, but I do like when people take a stand and say, why are you doing this? Everything in life is not meant to be. Everything in life is not meant to be captured at a certain moment. That person should feel the privacy and respect and dignity of going through whatever they're going through. So when people do that, that is horrible. You're not being
because
kind, you're being
you all made a
cruel,
mistake.
being very disrespectful.
Super cruel.
Because
you don't know what that would do.
So you want to get mad and hit the computer because you made a mistake? Because your company made a mistake? You want to take it out on me?
I'm not putting it out there because, like you said, you can make it worse. Because what if that person would have taken his life because of that?
This is still recording, man.
Right.
Like, go away.
So we're unfortunately in a very.
But he did get the 80K out of the GoFundMe.
That's nice, but at the same time, that's very well deserved.
It does not fucking fix a mental breakdown or a mental humiliation or the pain and suffering that it takes on a toll. Straight up, because I've recently been bullied, and it affects not just me. It affected my kid. So people don't understand. What if he had a family? What if he had a mother that was dying of cancer and then she saw her kid being humiliated, and that would just bring her sadness, and you need to be positive when you're going through cancer. You need to have like a positive mindset through anything. Like it's just there's a domino effect, and every time people record this shit, they don't understand what it does to somebody. Every time you put someone down, you're fucking affecting one person in your mind, but you're not. You're affecting the whole person's circle, their family, their kids, their loved ones, because they get hurt too. So it's just really fucked up, and I'm glad you brought that out. And I hope people stop fucking recording shit like that.
So how'd your kid get affected?
Because of my behavior. If somebody is hurting my feelings, I have to go and pick up my kid, and they're literally talking like a whole thread about me, which isn't even true, but I let that affect me, and I'm learning, like I said, you have to have thick skin. So now I'm learning to have thick skin and be like, fuck it, I don't care, it's not true, so whatever. But it affected me at that moment. And if I hadn't have gotten help, if I didn't get the necessary support that I needed during those really rough times of people really hurting my feelings, who knows what mental state I would have been and what I could have said or done to my own son, just because I do have and I suffer from mental illness. So I promote and advocate. This month I'm celebrating my best friend who killed himself 4 years ago. And so, like, I definitely remember people recording him, and so I don't have respect for anyone like that at all, because it affects them. It really does, and I've seen it firsthand, and I felt it as well. But it affects your kid because you're supposed to be, a good person and show your kid you're good, you're happy. But then when they can feel you, they can feel when you're feeling something. I don't know about your kid, but I'm sure when they get older, they'll notice, like, hey, mom's like not giving me that attention that she normally gives me, or not that spark that I normally get, and they can feel it. So it does affect that, and it probably affects your partner. Like if you're being talking trash to you, you're not gonna want to have sex. You're feeling good about yourself.
Right. I'm too busy on my phone and seeing what happened. Christina, did the YouTube stuff affect you?
It got me tight for the moment.
Did you want to be more Dominican? Did you want to cook more stuff?
No. To be honest, I think I've been on YouTube long enough now to where I've definitely had to develop thick skin, especially because I am in a community where it is predominantly male, and you know how y'all don't play fair a lot of times. So I've had to kind of toughen up a little bit. So, like I said, it got me like in the moment I was like, yo, like what the fuck? But after like a day, I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
Okay, so you
said I'm doing better than all y'all. So
At the end of the day, you're not paying my bills, so I don't give a fuck.
You don't pay my bills, all right? So you say you gotta have thick skin, okay, and especially around men, right? So
and women, what are you talking about? I can hate
they're the worst. They're the worst.
Women are.
AJ said that. Yeah, AJ said they're the worst.
Women are vengeful, like fuck. They are they are like, they will go out of their way to get to your circle, to get on your family, to just hurt you.
Even if
and
you,
it's like,
even if you
why?
got a husband, Steve Harvey, one of his old videos came out, resurfaced of him doing an interview and him saying that he doesn't have any female friends. He hangs around all guys, and he says that women know that like 99% of the men around you, they want to get in you. They waiting for that moment to get in those cheeks. Do you think that's right?
Yeah, I've literally been hearing guys say this recently.
Say
Like,
what?
on other channels that I like frequent. This topic has come up multiple times about whether men and women can really be friends, and like literally most of them say the same thing.
All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There are some guys somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. And trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity.
And you
Because
think
we're
most
guys.
men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way.
But if they're not jealous and they're supportive of you and happy for you, then I think that's a true friendship, and I think it is possible. I have that right now.
I think it's possible.
I think it's possible, but it's rare.
How can it be possible when it's not even cool or it's not even like normal for single men and single women to like actually have brunch or like dinner together?
I
Unless
do that
there's
all
like
the time.
another
I'm a single
like there's another motive. AJ, what
that's
you?
not true. That's just society.
No,
That's
I never heard
I
of
don't believe that.
let's go out.
It just depends on the circumstances and society and the communication between both. It's okay to be attracted to someone. I think a lot of people need to admit the attraction so you can get that out the way and understand, okay, but what do I value more? This person as my friend or their attractiveness? If you value more what they look like, then yes, you need to step off. But
That's an agenda for
yeah,
sure.
if you value this woman as your friend, your confidant, your homie, whatever, you can. It's very possible. That's why I say it's yes and no.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's
Okay.
possible, but it's also, like.
But you know, every man wanted to fuck y'all.
No, but just because you
I
wanted
think every
to,
man wants to
don't.
fuck everyone. That's
Right.
just my opinion.
And just because you
That's
want
true.
to, just because you want to fuck someone doesn't mean you have to. It's called
Yeah,
restraint.
for sure.
I think a lot of men, when they lie to themselves, that's when you get caught.
Lying, what you mean?
You can look at a woman and say, "Oh, I would love to, but I won't because I have my principles. She has her principles." It's all about self-control.
And not everybody has that.
Yeah,
Okay.
not everybody has that, and if
Woo.
you don't have that,
Woo. All
talk
right.
to somebody about that. And other people don't ridicule them for that shit because a lot of people don't realize, like you said, you're making that person feel worse about himself when he or she has a condition that they really want to work on, but you badgering them doesn't help.
No.
Okay.
They might not even be aware of it.
Fam,
It's
thank you.
true.
Thank you. So earlier you mentioned poly what?
Polygamy.
Polygamy. So
Polyamorous.
poly?
Yeah.
I'm poly.
Yeah.
You are poly.
Okay.
So that means that you can love more than one person at the same time.
Yes. And so is Willow Smith. So she she was on the table talk and Red Table Talk, and she says that I'm like, can someone say the word?
Polyamorous.
Yes. And she said one of the reasons why there are a lot of divorces because infidelity. So why
For
can't?
sure.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not with that one because
What?
I don't agree with that shit.
You don't agree with what?
I don't agree with the polyamorous. You know who you love.
Come to my parties that I go to.
No,
then
I
you'll
can-
see true
No,
love.
I can love. No, love and lust and in love are three different things.
I agree.
There are people that I will always love, and I know I keep a certain boundary. you know, then there's people that I lust over where it's like, man, I would just love to just clap your cheeks and call it a day.
But that's being polyamorous right there, because you're like, I can love someone and I can also fuck someone.
No, loving to fuck someone and loving them are two different things, because once that person gets that orgasm or that nut, there's no love there anymore. It's okay, I've done what I needed
So
to.
you would be called a swinger, I think, if you were to be in that lifestyle, because you're a poly, which doesn't necessarily mean you would swing, like you would swap your partner.
No.
But I could see you totally being cool with like fucking another girl and then fucking another girl and then going home with one.
I mean, that's different. I'm single, yes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that. But if I'm in love with one particular woman, then that's mine, and that's me and her. Like, that's a me and her situation.
So you're not willing to share her with another female?
No, and I would hope she wouldn't be willing to share either. If
With
I'm
a
in love,
female?
if I'm in love with someone, that needs to be something sacred between me and her.
So you would be considered a vanilla in the world that I'm at.
Whatever you want to call it, I'm just called
It's not a negative
old-fashioned.
thing.
I know.
I'm a vanilla too.
No, I'm just the.
But it's okay because I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm the. Okay, I love you. You love me. We build together. Let's be one of flesh, as God intended it to be, or the cosmos, or the universe.
So you wouldn't want to have a threesome with you and your wife?
I don't know. We'll
See?
talk about that. That's
See?
something. But
all right, you know what?
No,
you're open to it, but a second
no.
ago
I'm
you're
saying
like,
that now because I'm not in that position. But it might be different if I'm married with my wife. I might say no. That's me and you are the only thing that need to satisfy each other.
True, but you could also have
Spice it. No, you can.
not spice it up. Have a good time.
You can
Never
have a
said
good
spice.
time in other ways. It's called fucking role playing. It's all about communication. I think a lot of married people, before they get in there, they don't explore their wild sides of each other before marriage.
That's
you need
what
to
those
explore
parties are for.
No, not even a party. Just explore things that you can do to bring the freak out of each other for each other. You don't have to bring anybody else. Once you bring somebody else into your spiritual realm, then you're gonna fuck things up, because
Why?
then
That's your personal opinion.
I
Well,
feel like
Christina, what do you think?
That's a big ass fact, because if you are more attracted
Oh,
to somebody else,
hold on, AJ, hold on, wait, hold on, AJ,
At
what?
all, man. Not a true statement.
You agree or you disagree?
Personally,
Are you old fashioned? You look old fashioned.
I'm not gonna lie, I am more old fashioned. I'm not into sharing. I've never had a threesome. I don't think that I ever could.
Why?
I don't know.
I never thought I could because of society, but then I was like, fuck it.
Especially not if it's somebody that I actually have genuine feelings for, that I love.
That makes it even better.
Why is it?
I don't think I
Why
could-
why is it? Why is
I
it
don't
better?
think that I could just be
Because
there and
then
watch my man.
You can't just watch it, huh?
I can't do it.
You can't do it.
No.
Because you're like, damn it, she's getting all the shit. I ain't
Wait,
getting-
oh, so you're only for women, male. Like you would only do male and a woman. You wouldn't do male?
Probably not.
Yes, you would.
No, nah, I can't handle two. Nah.
You can't handle
I can't
two. You
handle
can't handle two. You never had two.
I-
It's
yeah,
different.
That's a
Neither.
good question.
You handle two. Look, she gets
Nah,
stuffed
I
by
would
two men she
feel
likes. She'd be happy as day.
Why
Not gonna lie, I
not?
feel a little dirty.
Bullshit. Every woman say that until they get stuffed in their bum. You know, that wasn't bad.
All right, so
They
you.
be sitting there like, ooh,
I
that's stuffed.
concur.
Okay, well, let's also think about like Willow. She's like 20 years old. You think that has something to do with it, or maybe that's just a new trend? What's up?
I don't think it's a trend. I don't think anyone will definitely want to put themselves out there and say they're poly. That's pretty brave because most people don't want to admit that. It takes a lot of courage to be like, hey, I'm poly. And that means that I know that you will see me with somebody and know that they're going to be with other people. And you'll know that I'm with other people too. And that
I
means-
agree.
But
You know,
do you think
perspective.
somebody, I mean, at just 20 years old, can really know that about themselves?
It just
At
depends.
this generation and where she's at, because she grew up so quick, I would say possibly.
No,
Possibly.
I would say for people like, and I don't want to judge, but
So
I know where she's coming from. For a lot of people here in this generation, I would personally say no, because it's like the old tradition values that we were coming up with. It's sort of like been wiped out, and
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
try to find flaws in that. But I'm like, but you don't look at the good in those old-fashioned things too. So, and unfortunately, this is a very narcissistic age. So, unfortunately, a lot of people are more about what satisfies them instead of giving consideration. Like
Right.
it's more
Or
of a
consent.
yeah that too, and I don't like that because it's always it should be a do unto others as you want to do to yourself. But in this situation, in this generation, is get mine first, or it's about me. When it
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
yeah. What do you guys think about this? Someone that's in those relationships, they have maybe 3 partners, and they have them for maybe like 10 years, and like, do you think they ever think about what the other person think? Like, I'm like the other person, that one of the 3 is like, hey, I'm spending like 10 years of my life.
No, because
Is that person selfish
No,
for
I
wanting
feel
3 people?
Like
No.
being in this lifestyle that I've learned, that you definitely want to understand your role. So
Know
if
your
you
role.
Know your role. If there's a home base,
I
you
like
respect
this.
that.
She
home
said,
base.
"Know your role." Can you say it a little louder so the ladies out
Say it
there?
in Spanish,
Know your
please.
fucking role.
Say it in Spanish. I would say, say role, negro.
What?
When did it be?
Yeah, conce. I thought conce.
Conozcas tu, how do you say role?
I don't know how to say role.
Conozca role. There it is.
Get your roll on. But sorry, go ahead.
The only role I know is when I roll my. Never mind. But yeah, what was the question?
Oh shit. Okay.
Look at him. He
All
gone.
right. All right, so let's go to DMV news. So let's go to some DMV news. We only got 2 of them. So cicadas, they're
coming.
they're out. So they're back. So 17 years ago. Wow. For me, it was like
2004.
2004.
10th grade.
Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers was just dropping like flies. Them shits was annoying. Like I couldn't
you
walk
could
down.
hear.
I couldn't walk down the street without and just crunchy. I'm like go leave. Like what the fuck? But I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of fun. It's just funny to me seeing big bug-eyed red motherfuckers just dying out there, just sitting there like just laid out there like what's good. You know, in certain countries they eat them motherfuckers.
Come on, man.
So
Come on, man.
you know, I don't care. If anything, like I was about to say something real mean. I'm gonna leave that.
What?
So, nope, I ain't doing
I want to
it.
hear it.
Fuck
Don't
that.
start something you're not gonna finish.
I was about to say
Lame.
like certain ways certain people built out here. There's a bunch of cicadas out already.
Oh wow.
What does that mean?
Bug-eyed motherfuckers out here need to just sit back down and chill out.
I mean, because they have big eyes.
Nah, they just look bug-eyed. They built like fucking cicadas and like built like an insect. Like relax.
Jesus Christ. All right, so you guys they're going to be worse around, it's going to be really heavy around Memorial Day.
Yes.
So
I'll be at the beach.
they should, yeah, they said, yeah. What beach you going to be at?
I think we're going to VA.
Sexual retreat beach?
No, that'll be the next
VA?
weekend.
Cicada and
And every weekend after that.
amazing.
I wonder
That's some
what
DMV news right there.
Look, look. It's sundress season out. That's what I need.
Oh my god, I fucking
That's what
love
I'm waiting
dress
on.
season. I hate
That's
pants.
what I'm waiting on.
I don't want to wear
I like
pants.
sundress season. Sundress season always is nice.
Don't forget, I think it's June 18th or 19th. No panties day.
What day is that?
I think it's June 18th. Or
I gotta look
19th.
that date up.
I'll post it. No worries, I got you.
Make sure
guys.
no allergies that
No
day.
allergies that. Oh, I won't have.
No
I'll take
allergies.
Benadryl, you name it, amoxicillin, whatever you got. I'm taking that shit. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from that day. Fuck
Yeah.
you mean? I take off work. I need a leave of absence, boss. Why? I'm sick. What? Sick of your ass. So let me go see that ass. You understand?
A lot of ass.
I'm going.
So make sure it's a hot day. Is that a hot day? Yeah.
You always gotta go
It
anywhere
won't
near
matter
water.
if it's hot or not. You
Right.
still won't wear panties.
I always say go where near the water is. The harbor, the beach, a lake, because it's just the mist.
I got you. All right. Let's get to the other DMV news. It's not really DMV, but it's West Virginia.
No,
So the governor banned transgender athletes in middle school and high school.
What?
Yeah, he banned it. And let me see if I can show the article.
He banned them from participating altogether, or for participating in the gender that they identify with?
In the gender they identify with.
Oh.
So there's a couple of states like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you guys feel about the whole talk about athletes, trans athletes, and
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know. I feel like what I've seen is that at least with the male to female, a lot of times there is a certain what's it called?
What advantage?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's unfair.
I'm just gonna say this. Whatever it is, like, hey, whatever state. Look, I'm not gonna go
They're
into that.
Physically
That's
bigger.
Yeah,
half
that's
the
just
time.
too
Like,
much. But unfortunately,
it's an unfair disadvantage or an unfair advantage that they have a lot of times over the biological.
I know, but there are also women out there that are pretty strong out there, and you could say the same thing about them.
I mean, yeah, but then
There
let
are
them,
a few
but
women
let them
out
put
there
their
built.
chest to it to other women. I mean, it's one of those things where we just have to look
That's-
at the science of it and the facts of it. The facts is your strongest, not strongest of all, but like some of your strongest women out there can still only unfortunately measure up to like an average guy, or you know, your strongest man typically 9 times out of 10 is gonna decimate the strongest woman. And that's not to be sexist or be that's just science.
I mean, it's like y'all got thicker bone density, you got thicker wrists. I mean, just
It's biologically
You,
you're at an advantage already.
You did a video for like your reaction or your response to your opinion on trans Latinx
Oh yeah,
and
super straight.
and super straight. Tell us about the reaction that you got from that video and what you talked about.
So yeah, that super straight video that went viral on TikTok. I mean, I think I said in that video, okay, I don't consider super straight now like an actual sexual identity or whatever. I thought that was kind of silly. But what I disagree with is when people come after people that don't want to be with a trans person. Like, everyone's entitled to have their own preferences. So I don't understand when straight, heterosexual, cisgender, whatever you want to call people that are straight, when they, express that they would not be with a transgender person. Oh, you're transphobic, you're this and that. Like, I disagree with that.
Yo, move the camera.
Why is that transphobic?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this is
I think it has to
society.
do with how they phrase it as well. Most guys will say the things like, "As long as they don't hit on me," that's still insulting.
That's
So I
not
think
insulting because
It is for a transgender. It is because I've spoken to many and I've done my research, so it is.
well, just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you're right about it.
But they're valid in their own feelings.
Yeah, but at the
Just
same
like you're valid in your own
right,
feelings
but do
for
men
not wanting it.
but do men get that same validation though? If a man feels bad because a woman rejects him and we get upset, it's you got to deal with the shit. So transgenders need to keep the same energy. If you don't feel that way, if they rebuff you, you got to deal with it.
Yeah, of course,
At the end of
they
the day,
do.
it's about you, right? How you feel about yourself. So it shouldn't really matter if someone rebuffs you.
Right.
If they're not feeling that, that's not their cup of tea, then leave it at that. Go to somebody else who do like that tea.
You also have to understand that transgenders have been going through traumatic events throughout their entire life. So putting themselves out there, first off, is really brave. For them to actually acknowledge that they are transgender, it takes a lot for them to actually tell someone they're transgender. They might even wait. And I also say on my podcast, I wouldn't agree with people waiting until after they've had a sexual encounter. But if they haven't had a sexual encounter, I don't believe they should owe you the right to tell them they're transgender. But I believe that once they make that initiation...
Wait, you do realize everyone has a right to know.
No, they don't.
Yes, you do, because
Not right away.
Yes, you do.
You know why? Because what if you're dangerous? What if I've gone through a traumatic experience and just got beaten the fuck up at a club? I don't feel comfortable telling you I'm transgender. But when I get to the point that you have messaged me and I've sent a text message, I just want to let you know that I am transgender. That's the right way to go if they feel that way. Some don't.
But you're taking my right of choice.
No, the choice of what? Text
My choice.
messaging?
No, my choice of whether I want to fuck with you or not. If I don't want to be with you as a transgender, that is my right.
But
you
I
just
don't have to tell
Yes,
you
you
I'm
should. That's
transgender if I'm not comfortable. What if I just got beaten up?
If
and
you're
I don't feel comfortable
okay, well, if
sharing
you're
that
not
with
comfortable, then that's on fucking you.
But what if you came up to me in a coffee shop and I'm transgender? You think I'm going to give you my
Then you need
information? I shouldn't have
Well,
to.
look,
I don't have to tell you if I'm black, white,
here's-
Spanish, Latino, or anything.
No,
so
no,
why
no,
should I have to
no,
tell
no.
you
Black
what's in
and
between my
Spanish,
legs?
black, Spanish, Latino are two different things.
No, they're not.
Yes,
It's
you're
still
not
some
in
type
control.
of thing.
You're not in control of your birth. You are in control of what you change of your body. There's a big difference.
You are not in control of what you change of your body.
Yes, you is.
Most of the time, transgenders don't get to actually have the actual surgery.
According to science, you do.
Okay, so
According to, I'm just going by science. I leave God and everything out of it. I go strictly to the science. Scientifically speaking, you cannot compare black thing like race to your transgender. You are still choosing to go through something, that's a whole different argument that I won't go on. But I do believe you should let that person know whether you are.
If they just meet you, you don't have that
So
right.
so if I have HIV, I shouldn't tell you.
Now the
if you first meet
No.
someone, you don't
If
have
we're
that
no,
right.
why not? If we are, because let's say that first moment we're about to have a sexual encounter.
You're talking about something I didn't say. Did I say we were going to have sex? No. I said prior to having a sexual act, the fact that we said hello, text, I do not owe you that right to tell you I'm transgender through a text. But if we're about to meet up and we know that we're going to have even just lunch, yeah, I think it might be appropriate, because if you feel comfortable enough to meeting that person, you should feel comfortable enough telling them. But I don't owe you that. Nobody owes anybody that personal problem.
It's not about
personal situation that they've been going through.
It's not about owing, but it's also about.
But that's where your words were. So
It's not about owing. I feel that it would be the proper, honorable thing to do.
Not being honorable.
It is being honorable. Being honorable is about being honest about that person. If I know that if I'm meeting up with you and I know that it could go, if we could possibly take it to another level.
It to that level already, then of course.
But you always have to look at the.
Before.
But you still have to look at the possibilities. You have to always look at the possibilities.
No, I don't. When I go to a job, just saying if I was a transgender, because I have transgender friends.
Okay.
So I know what it's like, and I know what their experience is, and I've heard of it. And maybe you just haven't been exposed to enough people to know what the trauma they go through every fucking day.
And black people don't go through trauma every. No.
I'm
But there's a difference. They may.
But you just said black is a different situation.
No, because you know why?
Sexuality is a different situation.
Okay, as a man.
So you can't compare.
But no, I can't, because as a man of color, we have historically been through this shit, and nothing has truly changed.
And historically, transgenders have been around for a long time.
They got legislation.
No. Transgenders have been along for a long time in Asia, and you just aren't aware of that.
No. But at the same time, though, once again, what can you help? You can't help being born a certain way, but you can help what you change.
All right, have you guys heard of Rachel Dolezal? She's a white person. She grew up white.
Oh, she thought she was black.
She went to Howard University.
Yeah, and
she went to the NAACP, and it was she said she identified as black, and she said, "Hey, I'm transracial."
I've heard about.
So, do you guys think there's such thing as like transracial, and I'm being trans, and it's fluid?
I just think of it like this. I mean, you saying that you're something else completely different, you kind of contradict the self-love about yourself, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, that's just how I look at things. Like, how you going to say one thing, but you're doing something completely the opposite? But maybe I don't understand that. And I'm not here to be insensitive to anybody's feelings, but I just like to look at the reality of things and work with it, because as a man of color in this world that we live in, I have to look at the reality, not what I wish it was like, because I wish there was a lot of shit that we didn't have to go through. I wish I could drive a certain car and go through a fucking neighborhood without being chastised or harassed, but I know the reality because I'm living in the real world.
But it's not
that
always.
world, for the most part it is. When you
Okay,
are
I'll
in
agree
this,
to that.
yeah, when you are in the most part, especially in this area, that is exactly what it is, and we have to deal with that. We don't I don't deal with it could be this way. Fuck all that, because when I think that way, I'm a dead man out here.
Because like you said, I'm gonna wrap it up, but we're gonna go to Hope He's All Right. But like on Facebook, it's like saying if you wouldn't date a bi person, if you wouldn't date a transgender, you are labeled as a transphobic, or you're something.
Mm-hmm. You're always labeled something.
But and I'm like, maybe that's just a preference. Like, some people don't like black people, like don't want to have sex with a black man. Was that wrong? Have you?
I'm asking you, is that wrong?
You haven't? No.
No, everybody.
You haven't had sex with a black man.
No,
so,
I haven't.
So why?
I guess I've just been compatible with a lot of Latinos.
And that's fine. You are entitled to that. And if a man or whoever says something different, I'd be like, look, that is what she likes. Mind your fucking business. Go somewhere else. And that's how it's supposed to be.
I mean, why? I mean, just because I've been with Latinos doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't try being with a black person. I'm just saying that's what I've had.
Right. But unfortunately, we've dealt with a lot of people who project, and unfortunately they would throw that at you, and it's just all about just stay, if whatever you're comfortable with, let that person be that person. Everybody has their boundaries. Just like if a man don't want his ass eaten, that's just how it is. That's a
It's
yes sir.
unfortunate because that's where, you have a
Yeah. And that was a whole other thing where it's like, yeah, just because something there
So
don't
it's
mean
just
it's
like
meant there.
they don't understand. Well, I don't.
Well,
know.
we just- we
I don't
have
do
a-
it, but you saying they
Right.
don't understand how good it is.
Yeah.
Right, we have
Because
They just don't understand.
right.
No, it's not that they don't understand. They choose to think that it's a homophobic thing. They
It's
choose
wrong.
to think it's a homosexual act, but it's really not. You're just touching your prostate gland, and that's a very pleasurable zone. One of your most pleasurable zones that you guys get to miss out on. But hey, that's
Well,
your
hey,
choice.
and once again,
That's
if
your
I
choice.
if I miss on it, I miss
Yeah.
on it. Like
Just
I hear heroin is good and
Yeah.
crack is good, but I don't never. There's just certain pleasures that I'll never seek out in life, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just like if I don't want that, that's cool. If you don't want that, that's cool.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
people out there, if you like trans people, that's fine. That's your business. Now,
That's right.
I do think I'm gonna wrap that up. I do think we need to keep our business private and stop always exploiting this shit, because the problem is when you do that.
Business? What do you mean? Like our love life or sexual
yeah,
stuff?
When people do certain things like that, when you scream out certain things, oh, I'm this, but I'm confident. I go, are you really though? Because you shouldn't have had to tell me.
But there's a lot
that.
of women that use their sexuality as
No, they use their sexuality as a weapon or identity, but when they don't get what they want or when it backfires, you can't. There are certain things that you cannot get in life if you use that, because that's not how people are going to view it.
Julie.
I think that women who use their sexuality just know what our societies are like. And that men who use their own power over women know what society's like. So it's fucked up for both sides.
It's a it's a reality check, because
It is.
So,
the same.
well, how about you? How do you feel about women that use their sexuality as a sign of confidence or sexual freedom?
I think it's empowering.
And do you think it's empowering, or you think it's some I don't know, like attention seeking?
I think it can be both, honestly.
What have you seen? Give me some examples.
I've seen both. I feel like you can kind of tell sometimes. I don't know. I feel like with some women you can tell when they express their sexuality, they are coming from a place of confidence. They know they look good. And if they can leverage their sexuality or their looks to get certain things, hey, do you, girl. But then there's others that you can tell they're just like, it's coming from a place of insecurity because they're just so extra with it. And it's like you can tell they're just desperate for like attention and like likes and stuff. So I feel like you can see both.
Yeah, and the thing is, I always look at the reality of it. I look at the reality of everything, because we all talk shit, but then I go, yeah, but reality is speaking. Like once again, I try to leave religion out of everything, and I just go to the scientific shit. I'm like, all right, well, statistics aren't always everything, but for certain things, I go, nah, this is explaining.
You got to use.
This is explaining this.
Yeah.
You're doing this because
Okay.
of this, but that's just
All right, so let's go to Hope He's All Right. I'm not
boy.
sure if you guys know anything about Hope He's All
It's
Right.
basically snuff films
It's snuff
that
films.
we laugh at.
Okay.
You might want to watch it from here, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Some dude, or is a man or woman that got hit by this pole. Well, actually, maybe it's on the screen now, but
Yeah.
this is one of you guys working out, one of those Latino workouts, and she already knew it was fucked up.
Oh God, I know that hurt.
Me back.
Right.
God.
Hula.
And you love your favorite.
No.
Kiss me.
I think as a mother, they did not like that. As a dad, we laughing. Boy, bust his ass. That's a dad laugh. When a dad laugh like that means we'll be alright. My dad laughed and be like that. You just embarrassed. Your feelings hurt, not your ass.
My man had the whole ESPN shit fall on his head.
Extremely pissy in the stuff.
So we're sending our thoughts and prayers to these people. We are sending our thoughts and prayers. We hope everything's okay. And we are sending our thoughts and prayers to everyone out there.
Yes.
Okay.
And we like. And we,
Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment. And can you give me your Instagram where they can reach you?
Follow me on Instagram, everybody, at VBXtina_chats, and check out my YouTube as well at Viva Bella by Xtina.
And you can follow me at Safe Sex and Pleasure on Instagram, Safe Sex Pleasure on Snapchat, and of course my OnlyFans, Naughty Colombian.
A_Turner_813. You know me.
All right. And I'm B More, a.k.a. Princess Zamunda, and we're going to figure out what happened to Ron. All right.